What's up, everybody? I'm White Mike the Realist. Just got done watching Fantastic Beasts, The Secrets of Dumbledore. This is my first reaction. Had good special effects. Anyways, stay tuned after the trailer and we're going to talk about this and critique this movie. We're going to rate it.
Memory is everything. Without it, we are blind. Without it, we leave the fate of our world to chance.
I'm sorry to disturb you, Albus, but I've just received troubling news.
Tell me, what is it?
It's Grindelwald.
The time is closed, my brothers and sisters.
Our war with the Muggles begins today!
The world as we know it is coming undone. If we're to defeat him, you'll have to trust me.
Mr. Kowalski, we need you.
I said I want it out and I want out.
You do know I'm a witch, right?
Dumbledore asked that I give you something, Jacob.
This is the team that's going to take down the most dangerous wizard in the century. Who wouldn't like our chances?
No one can know everything, not even you.
What you're doing is madness. With or without you, I'll burn down their world. Dangerous times favor dangerous men.
If by tea time,
All of us are still alive. You should consider our efforts a success.
Mr. Kowalski,
My pleasure.
do you really intend to turn your back on your own kind? It was you who said we could reshape the world.
Even if we make mistakes. We can try to make things right. We're gonna need some help.
There's nothing you can do to stop me. Things are not quite what they appear.
I trust you're enjoying your wand, Mr. Kowalski.
Can I keep this?
White Mike, the realist. This beat make me go gorillas.
What's up, everybody? White Mike the Realist, the Maad Critic. Today we're going to talk about Fantastic Beasts, The Secrets of Dumbledore, starring Jude Law, Eddie Redmayne, Mars Milkinson, Dan Fogler, Ezra Miller, Jessica Williams, Allison Sudol, and many more. But we're not going to talk about everybody. We're just going to talk about a few of them. Anyway, Jude Law, who plays Albus Dumbledore, assigns Newt and his allies a mission related to the rising power of Grindelwald. Anyways, my reaction to this movie. Let's be honest. I'm just not the biggest sci-fi guy in the world. The special effects were great. I have to say, you know, they're pretty neat, the way they do some of that stuff. But really, you know, Jude Law, I'm a big Jude Law fan. I love Jude Law's movies. If you've never seen Enemy at the Gates, go back and watch Enemy at the Gates. He's kind of been cast in a lot of like serious love roles and, you know, just more serious roles. I actually like Jude Law as an action hero because he's actually a really good actor, and I think he's underrated quite a bit. Also in this movie was Mads Mikkelsen, and crazy part about Mads is he's always cast as this villain, and he just plays the ultimate villain. I think that has something to do with being a good actor, because I don't think he's really a villain in real life, but I mean, he sure does seem like he's a villain in real life. As a matter of fact, a few years ago, I think it was in 2019, I was watching Netflix and I came across this movie called Polar, starring Mads Mikkelsen, and I gotta say that Polar was fun, action, entertaining, flew right under the radar as far as like movies that we'd all want to go see. I just literally was flipping through Netflix and I saw this thing that said Polar, and I clicked on it. Mads Mikkelsen was the star, and I'm thinking, give it a try. It's probably gonna be some bullshit, low budget, not really interested type movie. But yeah, I'm got about 5 minutes into that movie, and I was like, oh, this is a great movie. I'm happy I stumbled across this one. Ooh-wee, that's a good one. Anyways, it's also starring Dad Fogler. He is the ultimate softy, like, you know, he's like a teddy bear, and you know, they kind of went away from Eddie Redmayne's character of Newt, to where he dominated the screen time in part 3, to where it was like co-star, kind of Jude Law, Mads Mikkelsen, and Dan Fogler kind of shared the time. And then also Jessica Williams played Lolly. She had a lot of screen time, and I have to say that a lot of these people I hadn't seen before, and you know, they did a pretty good job. It's just I really have trouble getting over the whole element of fantasy like this, magic and fantasy. I mean, I guess it makes good, but in this particular instance, for me, this movie, I did like Fantastic Beasts 1. Fantastic Beasts 2, I honestly couldn't make it a quarter of the way through the movie. I've tried it 3 or 4 different times. Probably because I didn't go to the movie theater and watch it, to where I was forced to sit there and watch it. But I always fall asleep on it. I fell asleep when they're flying through the air, and I feel like it's Johnny Depp's in that, and he's under arrest, and he calls his broom like a real witch or whatever. He does something, and he escapes or whatever. I just can't get past that part. But anyway, I don't want to give you too much spoilers on this part 3, but my opinion is it was a little bit dragging. So much different storylines to where I couldn't really follow them. They didn't do enough character building. The guy who played, what was his name? Credence Barebone, Ezra Miller. He kind of had more of a big role in this movie, but they didn't really build his character. And then when they did build his character, they didn't finish off strong with his character. So it was kind of like you got all these different pieces, and you don't know where any of them go. I mean, you knew where Jude Law was. You knew where Dumbledore was. Even Eddie Redmayne, who plays Newt, I didn't know what was going on in the movie. Honestly, I'm paying attention. I wasn't on my phone. I was literally trying to follow the movie. It was all over the place. And to be honest with you, to me, that kind of like takes a lot away from the movie when you can't really follow it. There's just so much going on. Maybe if I watched part 2, I would understand part 3 a little bit better, but I couldn't make it through part 2. But now that I'm a movie critic, I'm going to sit and watch all these movies unless they're absolutely crapola. Effects are fun. You know, I had exercised pretty heavy today. I was in the movie theater, and I was actually kind of almost dehydrated, tired, even though I did get popcorn as a soda or whatnot. But I don't know. Maybe I was uncomfortable, but this movie was dragging to me, and I think it was 2.5 hours long, and it didn't touch all the bases for me as far as movies that I want to go brag about and all that stuff. But I'm not going to pan this movie. You know, it was, to me, it was better than part 2 because I just couldn't make it through part 2, and the special effects were fun. They weren't overbearing. I mean, some of the stuff's crazy, but it's somewhat believable. I mean, none of it's believable. I take that back, but it's somewhat like, it's just not a whole big monster just swashing through and just, there were some exciting scenes. There's some intense stuff in this movie. So it's definitely, it's one of those movies where you could go check it out for yourself. But I am going to rate this movie. And because I did like the ending, no spoilers, but I did like the ending somewhat, and a little touching at the ending or whatnot, like they got it right. But I will say that on a scale of 1 to 10 for this movie, I think I'm going to give it the keys to the truck. That's a 6. I'm going to give this movie a 6. And the reason I give it a 6 is, you might have, if somebody in your family wants to go see the movie, it could be a family movie, like maybe your daughter, your niece, your nephew, maybe your younger cousin wants to go watch this movie. So I suggest, piling up in the truck and planning a dinner or something afterwards, because you're definitely not going to be satisfied if you're an adult I don't think you're going to be satisfied with this movie to the part where it's like, oh, I went and watch this movie. I can go home on my Friday night and relax. No, you're probably going to want to keep on going because this doesn't really satisfy you the way that you would want a movie to satisfy you. So, yeah, I'm going to give this movie a 6. And on that note, I'm White Mike the Realist, the Mad Critic. Peace. Oh, yeah, like and subscribe. Be sure. Going out tonight with a big